the recording first. Then,
Okay.
yeah. Anybody who want to give some overview related to CSS? Anyone? Okay. So, should I start? Okay, let me start then. So as we know that, yeah, you are saying something? Yeah, anyone who want to start about CSS? No one? Okay, let me start then. So whenever one question came, the CSS means cascading style sheet. Whatever the design, look and feel, according to our requirement that I have to put this picture in this place and I have to do some margin, some padding, some hover. These are the things, look and feel, we can maintain with the help of CSS, right? So let me share my screen, and today I am going to explain the view directly from W3 school, right? Because everybody know that we are a developer, so we are not good in the CSS. Still, we need to. Let me close here. Everybody right now can hear me, right?
Yes.
Yes, Pankaj.
So anyone who want to speak about CSS? Anyone? Hello? No, if nobody want to speak, then you can say that, please continue, Pankaj. I will catch you later.
Yeah, please continue.
Okay. Yeah. Then CSS, like whenever we want to do the changes related to styles, then we do the changes of CSS. So like if I will take a first example, this one. Here, what they are doing, they are making the CSS by their tag name. Tag name means, if I will go here, try the example, then body means the body tag. What I'm doing here, I am changing their background color, making it light blue. Then we have H1, H2, S3. And these heading tag H1, H2, S3, they internally, they also have some default CSS. For example, here we have H1 first. If I will copy and paste, you will see here. Let me make it 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The same here. 1, 2, 4, 5, and 6. Something is wrong actually. Okay, here it will be 6. So I need to run this. So you can see here, I have not given any CSS for H heading tag 1, 2, 3, 6. For these, I have not given anything. But they have already, some CSS is already written. So if I will go here, then we can see that what CSS they have already written here, right? And if I will take another example, these, they have already defined. And if I want to override that CSS, like if I want to put it as a green and then green, let me put here green, and I want that whatever the CSS I am applying, that should get applied for H1. Now this get applied here, H1. I can do another things. I can write here style dot, and the same thing I can copy and let me paste here. I need to make it blue. What will happen now? This will be the blue. So my intention is it whenever I will put not important means first it will recognize this one means the nearest CSS. So we have four way to define CSS. One is style. Another, in the page itself, we can define style. Third one, we can define a file of CSS. We can define that place also. And we can deploy our CSS as a CDNA, right? So we can take the advantage of that also. But it will take the nearest. Important means ignore all the things. Just put this color. But I put here also. First, they're gonna to apply this, but later on they will feel that inline CSS we have already written. So they will put this CSS. Right? So this is the uses of not important. Means sometimes we are not able to understand that why they are putting the CSS, what is happening. So we need to put this tag, not important.
Okay.
Okay. Let's
Okay.
move. So same will happen with the paragraph also. So in the future, any changes we need to do related to paragraph, like heading, tag name, then we can put, we can write our CSS like this, and we can make our CSS inline also. Like I made the example here, and we already discussed that some of the CSS is already written. So for example, we have written here H1, H2, S3, H4 until here. So let me close this one. So if I will go here and right click, then we can see that they have already written. And whenever we are doing a development, we can do the changes here also. Like we can put here also. Right. Let's then move next. So now we are going to see the introduction of CSS. So everybody is aware that cascading style sheet and CSS we are using for display purpose, right? And why we should use the CSS? We are aware about it. And then CSS solve a big problem related to look and feel. And this is more important for us. Like previously we have seen, this will be the selector. Here it will be the declaration. First color will be the property. After then we will assign the value. And same with the font size will be the property. And whatever the font size I have given, that will be the value. So three things is important. First one is selector. Third one is property. And then their value. So here P will be the selector and color will be the property. Red color is the property value. So let's understand selector, because when we go for the interview and we say that, hey, I have some knowledge about CSS also. And the selector question came in Java jQuery as well as in CSS also. So we have this selector here. Simple selector like name, ID, class. We are aware about these three, right?
Yes.
So element name like tag, which we have already discussed. And then ID, like we need to put it hash. Wherever I define a div and all, if I will give the ID, then it will apply only that place only. And then we have class selector. Here we need to specify here. Like if I will go here, another example, then let me, this will be the class. And if I will put here has, this will be always tag as a ID. If I will put here as a center, like here, class, it will be by ID. Here it will be by tag name, we can say. Like div, P for paragraph, and H1, H2, H3, like this. Then let's move little bit more. Then we can put here the CSS as a universal selector also. Means it will apply in all the HTML element, right? When we will put here has star, then it will apply on every places. Okay. And we can do another thing also. Like I have one CSS, this one. What I can do here, I can put here comma has, then comma center. What will happen? It will apply on the class. It will apply wherever I declare ID as a center. It will apply wherever I will give div tag as a center. It will apply 3 places. Means we are doing grouping.
Okay.
Then second one, which we have, that is H1, H2. We already discussed, like the grouping is here. They have already given here that H1, H2 and paragraph. In these 3 places, this CSS will get applied. Here they have given ID, class, and then you can write here like this also. Sometime it happen. Like P for paragraph, under the paragraph, wherever we have intro class, this CSS will get applied over there only. Star means all the elements. P again, that is an element, or we can say tag. Then here we are grouping. Okay. So till here, anyone have any question? Anyone?
No.
Or somebody want to speak about CSS? Maybe if we are feeling
No,
more than,
Pankaj, I think you are going in the right direction.
Yeah.
And I think it's good because you are giving a very clear overview of the CSS, which is I think which is fantastic for all of
Okay.
us. But if anyone have any question, they can ask or they can share their experience.
right?
But
Don't
as per
hesitate.
my,
If you
my
have,
assumption, you are going in the correct direction.
right, if you have any questions, have that question. And if I'm going good, then we can continue as we are going. So one thing here, we have simple selector we discussed, right? So after that, we have these 4. So anyone have idea about this? What is a combinator selector, procedo code selector, procedo element selector, and attribute selector? And everybody is aware that these days we are writing SCSS, we can say SAS. In the SAS, we can do some programmatically CSS also. Means we can make looping in the inside CSS. So let me open these 4, and then we will go one by one. I am also not good in the CSS, but this is how I am thinking to learn while discussing with each other. So here they are talking about combinator, and what they are doing here, combinator is something that explains the relationship between the selector. Okay. CSS selector can be more. So they have given here, okay, they have given here that div will be there. Inside div, whatever we have the paragraph, means if I have some div, let's have this example that if I have a div, let me write inside the body. What they are saying means have div, under that I have a paragraph, closing of that, then again closing that. If I have this, it will get applied. If I have this and this, then we have something, suppose like this. And then what happens? Something is wrong. Okay.
I think we cannot assign a div inside a paragraph. Just I think.
Okay, maybe let me.
I don't know. I think.
Let me write it. Okay, yes. And we can define, but we cannot define inside here. Div. Yeah, you are right. Means we cannot define.
Okay.
Right, you are right. We cannot define div, but we can define span.
In paragraph.
One question I have: what is the difference between div and span? Anyone? Because this question asks, I face this problem. Anyone who can express? Anyone who want to explain me the difference between div and?
So basically, div is used to separate the rows. Then span is used to, it's kind of label. We can add the, so that as far as I know, this is different.
Okay. Anyone? Gurdas, Oday sir, would you like to speak the difference between div and span? Yeah, continue.
Div, I think it is a block and span is an element.
Actually, my understanding is div is for when we are going to write something block, while span is just for apply an inline thing. Because in inside the div we can find a table, and in the span it applies only for one line or could be one sentence. But in the span we assign a div, because it's one, we can say it's a block of statement. The div we can add tables, paragraphs, all these things.
Okay, means here the div they have given display block,
Yeah.
and in the span they have not given anything.
Yeah. So it means it's in line purpose.
Okay.
So the div is the block.
Basically like a container that can contain another elements,
Yes.
and
Hence
it
we
is
can
like a
define
paragraph
tables.
which can only the content.
Okay. Why this was when we are declaring this one?
Yes, when declaring the div in paragraph, it was not allowing. But if we are assigning a span inside a paragraph, it doesn't give any error.
Because here also display block, and in div also that display block, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now I have seen today I understand the difference div and this span. And sometimes it happens. We are not aware about it. Then we put the div and then we try a lot of changes related to CSS. And even we are unable to get the result.
Exactly.
Thank you. Thank you. So let's move. So here we are talking about the example is the CSS combinator that will hear that inside div, whatever the paragraph I have means P. Right? Then we have next, that is chapter. What will happen? Anyone explain me that what will happen?
It will apply that style to whatever the P element.
So
It
it will apply all the paragraphs which come under the deep, because
No, the same thing will happen here also. Then what is the difference between these two? Here there's all the paragraph element inside div, right? So what is the meaning of here?
yes, it's tricky.
Like here, they are not adding here the inside are putting here, right?
Yes, all P elements. Yeah.
Here also they are child, means in and child both are same or something. Okay,
Here basically parent relationship are there in blue.
so you mean to say that
So-
if I will take continue? Yeah, somebody something continue.
Yeah, maybe my understanding is if there is one div and under paragraphs, and after the paragraph we have another div, and then we have paragraph, so maybe will apply on those children as well. We can try by doing this here. Yeah. If
So they
if we apply
right?
on one div,
They are here. Let me make it this one. Okay. Let me remove this one, then these are. So they are here also, right? Test by. And when I put that one like this, what is happening? Okay. Why they are not applying here?
so it doesn't on the paragraph 3.
Oh, means inside all that will be, but this section is not part of that div, right? So
Mhm.
we can say here span, then close the span, then again if I will close the span, let me span here. Then what will happen now on this? It will apply or not?
Not apply.
Okay.
Not apply.
Yeah, that's good. Now we see the difference between these two. Oh my God. Really, that's why we are designer have good knowledge, because we are not doing the thinkly. And it is very
Yes.
easy for us.
Yeah, it's very easy, but
I think we should run continuous 3 to 4 classes.
yes,
Then we will become designer.
yes.
So anyone who want to repeat the same thing which I have done earlier, same example we have seen here. Like it will not apply here. Okay. So the next then,
Yes.
and we will have after we will have some question also.
Yes, that help to in the
Right.
forthcoming or interview. Anyone going to attend the interview, it will help.
Because you know that we are a full stack developer. Whenever we go for the interview, we say that we are the full stack, but we can do the CSS only as a, not as a designer.
Exactly.
So question we have, and everybody have to participate, right? When everybody will participate, we're gonna to learn a lot. Everybody.
Exactly. If everyone share knowledge, because it doesn't mean everyone has a full knowledge, but they have a little knowledge, and it comes together, though it will be a big knowledge to all the people.
Right. So let's move next now. This is urgent. What they are saying. Urgenting sibling selector. What will happen now here, me someone? So in the as editor, then it will make more sense for us.
Yes.
Okay, now we can see here what is happening. Then we have designed under the paragraph.
Pankaj,
Apply. Yeah.
what I think it will just make the changes next to the div element. Means to if we have something like a parent div and then we have nested div and paragraph, okay, like this.
Then it will
So
make
it will
changes
just
here.
make the change. Yeah, just next to the div next to the paragraph next to the div. Okay,
Okay.
like we have
After this line, it will apply
I
only
think
here.
it's not next to. I
right,
think it's not next to the div. It's a sibling to the div.
right, siblings. Yeah,
Like he have two,
yes.
Okay.
so it
So
will apply always here.
so it means it does not apply in the children paragraph which are under
It
the
will
div,
not
but
apply
it
to
will
the
up next paragraph after the div.
Right, just after that.
Yeah, yeah. Only first paragraph.
Let me make minus also. What will happen now?
So this means as per I'm saying before the div
I
paragraph.
don't think so.
before the
It will
div.
work. I don't. It will work.
So we can check. Okay, it will not work. Okay. Open. So we are wrong.
Yes.
Don't worry.
Actually, whatever we are doing, so the predefined method for each and everything.
Right.
And put plus and minus.
If we will,
Okay.
if we
Let's
apply
next
here,
then. Then we have
Yes.
next one. This one. Sibling selector.
Filled.
Right. And should I make the changes same here?
It will make the changes on all the paragraph. If it is nearby div, like if it is a div and it has a paragraph just above the div or below the div, then it will make the changes in all the paragraph.
Okay, just after that, right?
Just after or below will also work. You can
Like-
pay these two. Yeah,
Okay.
just before div, then it will work.
But it will not on the paragraph which are inside the div.
Yeah, correct. It will not work. In that, if there is a paragraph under the div, in that case, it will use the child selector.
Now what
Okay.
it will apply here or not?
No,
No,
it's
No.
no.
Right, it is not applied. Yes, it is not clear. Okay. And now what will happen here? Okay. They know this one. Just after that. Here, just after that, and here they are saying all. Okay. In the point, they are only after that, and in the tilde they are saying whatever